Hey familia, this is a special episode of Latino Vegano, and I'm overly excited for this one. Well, you wonder why, right? In episode 17, I had an amazing conversation with the beautiful, talented, and super smart Stephanie De Pena. And if you haven't actually listened or watched that episode, I highly recommend you go listen to it right now. I'm going to put the link on the description of this video. Well, in that episode, I asked Stephanie about any future plans, and she said this.
Like I was very focused on my Sweat by Steph fitness brand,
Yeah.
but now I'm actually coming out with a blog as well, a fashion blog. So it'll be easier for
Oh,
women to shop whatever I wear. So I'll have details. So it'll be all vegan fashion as well, so people can find it there. So
4 months later, this happened. And Latino Vegano get an exclusive interview with the owner and founder of Denvy, Stephanie De Pena, a brand that is suitable for all queens of all body types, and a fashion brand that is not only trendy and affordable, but also vegan and cruelty-free. Without further ado, Stephanie, the owner and founder of Denvy. Vamos.
latinoyvegano.com.
So how you doing, Steph?
hey, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. So I think we have some great news to share with some of the
Yeah, I'm
fans, some of the
excited
public.
to come back, and thank you again for our last interview. I actually connected with a few people from here, from your side,
Awesome.
and it was cool. So thank you for having me again, but this time it's a little different.
Yeah, that's my understanding, and I'm so glad to know that you're back, and I know we can have this a different type of conversation now this time. So tell me what's the big news? What's the story?
So I don't know, for those that did watch our last or listened into the last podcast, I did mention, the whole vegan fashion, and one of my dreams was to start my own like clothing brand and clothing store. And I did say that in our podcast. And how long ago was that? I don't know.
I don't know. That was at least what 3 or 4 months ago.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just about
yeah,
like 4 months ago, I
4 months
think.
ago.
And then here I am today, excited to announce that September 25th, I will be launching my clothing brand. So here I am. So I'm here to tell you guys all about it, give you all the sneak peeks. And I'm super excited. And thank you, Roger, for all the support. I really appreciate it.
No. I'm excited, like it was my brand as well. So yeah,
I'm so glad.
yeah. This is great. It's great when you actually have a vision and we can put that vision actually into practice. Because I know a lot of people stay in the vision but never execute. And then I'm so proud. I'm so proud to see that you actually did, and this is happening. So explain to us where does the name come from and what's the meaning behind the name? Because I'm
So
curious to
this
know.
For those that are going to watch, and if you're listening, you're not going to see it, but behind me I actually have, my friend got me that for my birthday, so that's my birthday present, which is awesome. It's a frame. It's called Denvy. So my business is called Denvy. Basically getting the name was the hardest thing, and
Mm.
I'm just telling you guys out there, if you're starting a business or just looking for a brand for yourself, the name is like the hardest thing to pick. And I bet even picking your name, Latino, I bet that took a while, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like naming things, I didn't know it was that hard. I thought
Right,
I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to get the name 1, 2, 3. And it
right.
didn't. So I just put a whole bunch of words that I liked on a piece of paper. And
Hmm.
I just started looking. And one of the words was envy. But
Uh,
envy is so like basic. Like I feel like there's so many things that have envy.
right.
So I was like, how can I change this word? And since my last name is De Pena, it starts with a D. I put the D in the front for De Pena, but then I put Denvy. So I think it matches. I don't know. So
That's
that's how the
awesome.
name was created. Yeah. Thank
That's
you.
a good story. That's a good story. And what about the color scheme? How do you decided to go with those colors?
As in for the brand
Logo,
or
yeah.
like the clothing?
The
The
logo, the brand.
Oh, so the original, like right now it's black and white.
Uh-huh.
But if you go on like our website or our social media, you will see that it's pink and white.
Correct.
But our main logo is black and white, just because,
Mm,
for every so often I might get tired of a color and want to change it up. So I
okay.
feel like black and white is the best. So as of right now, I do have a light pink with the black words called
Yeah.
Denvy. But sooner or later I'll change it up. But if you
Right.
see it, it'll probably be this more than anything.
Okay, great, great. And I know you just mentioned the story behind the name, but is this a story or something that inspired you to create this brand? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Honestly, yes. Not only because the last time when we
Right,
spoke,
right.
I should have actually brought it, but I made a vision board. Every year I host a vision board party for my
Okay,
friends and I. And every year we put what we want to do for the year. And the biggest thing on my vision board to start a
yeah,
business. I
really,
didn't know what I was going to do, but I said this year I'm going to do it. And I've always loved fashion. Obviously, you could see on my page,
right.
but I never believed in myself to do it. Like I
Mm,
thought so many people sell clothes. Why would
right,
anyone want to just buy from me? You know, like that always stuck with me.
yeah,
But if that's the case, no one would ever do anything because
true.
how many people are doing so many things, you
Right,
know?
right, right, right.
So I just decided, you know what, enough is enough. A lot of businesses that I was working with the
Yeah,
clothing stuff had a lot of like backlash. They were a little shady. So I decided I want a brand that's no drama, good vibes, vegan, eco-friendly, and just like trendy and
right.
affordable. And the one thing, a lot of my clothes, I have sizes from extra small to extra large, and I also have sizes from 1XL to 3XL. So I
Oh,
did want to bring a curved
perfect.
line just because I feel like a lot of women my age that can't find clothes that are, you know, available for each size. So that's
Yeah,
also something I was passionate about, and that's how we came up with it. That's how I'm here today.
great. And now that you mentioned, so some of the clothing and the sizes, is this only available for like eco-friendly, conscious-oriented people or women's, or
Well,
is a broader audience?
yeah, it's pretty much anyone that wants to stay
Okay,
trendy up to the fashion, you know, like I'm gonna have now, like launching, I will have a lot of fall things, but I will
right.
have a little bit of a mix and match. As you can see behind me, I have a few pieces, like a little sneak peek.
Yes.
Um, but even if you're not vegan, don't feel like, oh, I'm not vegan, I can't wear that. Actually, you can. And also going into that, I want to say, like, when you buy from us, our packaging, a lot of times when you buy from online stores, you get a box which is in a poly mailer that's plastic. You get
Right,
plastic bags.
right.
So with us, I'm just going to show you guys everything. Not everything, but most things are going to be packaged in these baggies, but they're not plastic. They're
Oh, wow.
actually, let me just,
Are they
well,
recyclable?
yeah, so they're actually recycled plastic. I don't know if you can see that for the people watching.
Yes.
So this is from recycled, 100% recycled plastic. All the cards, even your invoice, everything paper-wise is actually made from recycled paper. So everything you get is recyclable. And then my poly mailer, which I absolutely love, it's 100% composable mailer, and it's actually made out of
Wow.
corn. So
Yeah.
if, let's say, you order from me and you have a
Yeah.
garden, even, you can actually put my poly mailer in your garden and it'll decompose. So that's
Really?
pretty cool. So
That's
I have
brilliant.
no waste, you know? So that was something I was super huge about. I want to start a business, but not harm the world, you
Right,
know?
right,
So
right.
this is what I came up
That,
with.
that that's brilliant. I don't see that many companies following that practice, so I congratulate you for that.
Thank you. Yeah, no, like I shop online a lot more than I do in stores.
Right.
And the amount of waste after each order, I know maybe a lot of people don't think about it, but like
Correct.
it bothers me more than anything. And I'm like, geez, look at this big plastic bag for nothing. And I
Right.
order something this big, you know? So
Exactly.
that's why this was super important to me. And that's something I'm super proud of from my brand, that we're 100% eco-friendly with all the packaging and everything.
Yeah, that's great. So Steph, do you had any fear when you decided to start this journey? I know, like,
Honestly, although I still haven't launched,
right,
um, my biggest fear was, like I said before, like there's so many people, there's so many clothing stores, there's
yeah,
so many clothing boutiques. Like, why
right,
would someone want to shop for me. Like that's one of my biggest fears, that I'm like, I don't know, that people are like, oh, I already have clothes, I don't need any more, and I know it sounds silly, but honestly, I just, what was it, 2 days ago,
Yeah.
I talked about my website. I let everyone know, because I did keep it a secret. I wanted to just like tell everyone, So in the 2 days, now this morning I looked and I've had 220 people go on my website, and there's nothing there. Right now, when you go on, you
Mm-hmm.
can just sign up for our email list.
Okay.
So we've had so many email lists come in. So like, just to see the people like that do
That's
want to
beautiful.
support me, like I haven't even made a sale, but just with that alone, it's like, oh my God, they do care,
Yeah.
like people do want to buy. So that my fear is actually kind of going away a little bit,
Yeah.
just with that.
That's beautiful. That's like having a actual retail store and people outside waiting for you to open the store. Your store is not even open yet. Making it
Right,
lovely.
exactly. Like, oh, you're gonna wait there a little while, but yeah, no, that's exactly it. It's so like,
Yeah.
it's insane. It's insane, but it's really like, I'm so happy. I'm really really happy.
We're happy for you. We're excited. We're
Thank
looking forward for the lounge. How do you want women to feel when they wear your clothes? And also, if you have any particular type of piece that you love so far.
Yeah. No, so I actually like, so everything I picked, I hand picked myself.
Okay.
When I receive the pieces, I make sure everything's good quality.
Yeah.
Anything I don't like and it doesn't look great quality, like I don't want in my store,
Okay.
just because I want every woman and men, whoever wears my clothing,
Hmm.
I want everyone to just feel confident and just feel
Nice.
like, wow, like look how beautiful I look in this, like a lot of people think it's how your body is shaped, that's what makes you beautiful, and it's not.
Mm,
You could be shaped any size and you could still be beautiful. I hate the misconception like you
hmm.
have to be skinny to be beautiful. Like, no, you could be anything. So I want every woman, every size, every man, whoever wants to wear my stuff, any body shape, I just want you to look at yourself and be like, wow, like this is so beautiful. Like it's beautiful for me, like I
Yeah.
just want, that's how I want people to feel in my pieces.
And then sure will feel that way.
Thank you. I'm excited. I hope.
So besides the eco-conscious aspect of Denvy, what other things make Denvy different than some of the other brands out there that you can point out?
Well, so with Denvy also, not only are we doing, well, I'll tell you, we sell tops, we sell
Okay.
bodysuits, we sell jackets,
Okay.
we sell jeans. We have a whole bunch of beautiful jeans, I have to just admit.
Yeah.
We sell accessories,
Nice.
earrings, bracelets, rings. We sell masks, which I actually brought one, like
No
one of
way.
these guys are watching. So we have one of these masks. They're made really,
Nice.
really well too. So one thing about my brand, I would say that's different than anything else, is that, a lot of brands, they just buy whatever's out there and they're like, oh, we're just going to sell it for money. Like I want
Right.
more women, or I keep saying women, just anyone that's going to
Yeah.
buy my brand. I just want them to feel more comfortable and trust me than just
Mhm.
be like, oh, look, I bought this and it's like super cheap and I spent, like I just
Yeah.
want to have a brand that people can trust and love. And that's what I want to make different than everyone else that cares more about money than anything. I mean, like the bigger brands, especially,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's that's my goal.
I like that. And where could people going to be able to get it? I know you're gonna have a website, and so
Yep.
far you're gonna be able to shop through the website.
Yep. So right now, if people
Mhm.
actually want to actually join right now,
Yeah.
if you join now before September 25th at 6 p.m. is when we will be launching.
Okay.
But go to shopdenvy.com, and there you can put your email actually right now, and you'll get exclusive launch details. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. So join in, put your email for that.
Hmm.
And also we'll be doing like discounts and stuff. So you definitely want to join in. But you can also find us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, all under Shop Denvy. So,
Okay. Make sure people follow and
yes.
shop.
Yeah, shop.
And for last but not least, I want to ask you about your style, and also is you gonna have different type of collection based on in the spring, summer type of collections? How's that gonna be?
Yep. So every so often I am like every not so often, every season I am gonna
Hmm.
change.
Okay.
So right now you will see that I don't have as many like sweaters for launch and stuff just because it's like the beginning of fall, you know.
Right.
Once next month comes around, I will be bringing in more sweaters. And I also am going to be dropping an athletic wear as well in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to have that collection coming soon. And since a lot of people know me from back in the day, Sweat by Steph, so I feel like that's something I have to do, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah, I have to do it. And then in November, I'll be bringing my dress collection for the holidays, New Year's, things like that. So as I go, every month I will have new collections and stuff too. So I'm excited.
Oh, great, great. Wow. I mean, I'm speechless.
What?
Yeah, I'm speechless. I think you have everything well set up. The brand is beautiful. The pieces I've seen so
Thank
far
you.
looks good. I like the logo.
Yeah,
And
I can show you if you want. I'll
sure.
show you. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is one of this is. I have some of them named out already. So this
Okay.
one's called our Luna mesh top.
All
So
right.
it's this one's actually for our curve sizes. So this one goes from 1X to 3X, and it
Yeah.
actually has a zipper in the back. So it's
Okay.
made really, really well.
Okay. Okay. You
And
looking
then
all sexy up.
yeah, this I actually wore with
You did.
yeah, it's actually two-piece detached and it brings the joggers. I didn't bring the joggers, but it's sold separately if you want one and not the other. The joggers come in both of these colors. I
Steph,
also
and you involved in the designing of these pieces?
no, so right now I'm working with a vendor, so that's how
Okay.
I'm doing
Okay.
it.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
but
That's
sooner or
coming. Yeah.
later I'll have my own thing. Let's not talk about well, we'll be back for that.
Part three. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. So this is like my jean jacket, you know. So I have all
Wow.
different things here. So I'm really, really excited. You know, we have one of the body suits that's
Yeah.
like angels and stuff. So yeah, so I have a lot. So I don't want to show too much,
Okay.
but
Okay. That's fine. Don't show it
I
all.
have a lot. And then this shirt too, I have that's also for my collection. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy with all my pieces. I think everyone will love them, you know. So I can't wait till you see it all.
I know. I
I
know.
can't wait till you see the website. Everything just looks like I'm really proud of it, you know.
And are you gonna have like limited pieces? So like once you sell them all, that's it. It's not gonna come
Yeah,
back.
so once
Okay.
I sell them all, then I come back and drop a whole nother
Wow. So
line of
yeah.
things.
So if you wanna, don't wait. Just don't
Right,
hesitate. You
right.
just,
Yeah, no,
because you
if
might
you
not.
want it, it's first come, first serve.
I like that.
Yeah.
And
Like
also,
for this, like I have a good set of inventory of each of
right.
these pieces. See, my jeans, like I have a good size inventory, but like you said, if
Yeah.
people get it, you know, you got to either get it and fight for it. Like if you were in the lines in the store, you know, but,
Yeah.
but it's going to be really, really good. And actually they're not here yet, but also with your purchase, you actually get our logo name sticker. That's also
Uh-huh.
recycled paper. So that's going to
Yes.
be cute. So just the presentation of it, I have the tissue paper, which is coming in soon, and that
Yes.
says my name all over it. So I want the unpacking to be an experience too. I want you to feel like you're getting like a gift, you
Yeah.
know? So
It's
I'm
very
excited
personal.
about that as well. Yes, exactly. Yep, I'll be doing each order. And yeah, I hope you guys really love it.
Yeah, we can't wait. I'll be honest with you. So I'm excited about the project, and yeah, we're looking forward for the launch so you can go see all the pieces and everything, your website and everything that you got going on. And I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of videos, and you're gonna be
Oh
doing a lot
yeah.
of modeling. Yeah, related
Yeah,
to it.
oh yes. Actually, I
Mhm.
have my Denvy dolls. Those are actually what I call
Oh,
my models, you know. So my Denvy dolls are amazing. I
yeah,
had like every one of them. They have amazing style. And what I wanted, I didn't just want to pick girls that are just beautiful, you know. I
right.
picked girls that are empowering, inspiring, you know, like all my Denvy dolls, all the women you will see on my website, like they are like incredible women, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad to have them a part of this too. So you'll see that soon.
Great. So, I don't know if you have anything else you would like to tell your fans, people that are waiting for them to come out.
I do actually. I want to tell you guys, this is aside from Denvy. Listen, if you have a dream, a passion, a goal, anything, like just do it. Like I had that little thing in my head, that little voice saying like, oh, but everyone does it, why are you gonna, you know? And if I listened to that little voice, I would have never been where I am today. And
Right.
although I didn't launch, this has been the best experience of my life, you
Yeah.
know, like just knowing that I had the power and the strength to believe in myself and be like, wow, I can actually do this, you know?
Yeah.
And that feeling is incredible. So if you have any dreams, any hopes of anything, just do it. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. I'm telling you, it's just an amazing feeling. It really is. So that's what I want to say.
That's beautiful. Yeah, just follow your dream. Don't let anyone tell you
Absolutely.
can't. And honestly, every experience that you go through, even if it's good or bad, it's an experience. You learn something from it. So
Absolutely.
I'm not
Mhm.
gonna preach.
Yeah, we're gonna go into to motivational quotes. No, no,
Uh,
but yeah, no,
yeah,
honestly, like everyone out there, like, you know, it's just, I bet, just like you started this podcast, I bet as soon as you started it, you're like, wow, I'm doing it. You know, it's just, you get this like,
yeah,
I don't know if you could agree with me, but you get this like power in you and you're like, wow, like I'm
yeah,
doing this, I'm doing
right,
what I really love, you know, and it just
yeah,
makes your whole day like amazing, you know.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell that story later, but yeah, because I don't wanna take away part of the interview, but
Aw.
yeah. But yes, we excited. We can't wait. I'm pumped. Which will be tomorrow the lounge, so we can hype this video out.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm so proud of you, sis. I'm
Oh,
so
thank you.
proud, Steph, and I love what you're doing. This is something beautiful. I think it's needed. I'm telling you. I get questions asked about vegan fashion, and I don't know where to aim those questions. So now I'm like, finally, we got so we got
Yep.
finally we got someone.
Yep,
I mean, I can speak about
absolutely.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
then
actually,
mhm,
I'm sorry to cut you off. I did
that's okay.
forget one thing in November. I'm thinking I am gonna be bringing coats in, and all the coats are 100% vegan. No fur,
Absolutely.
no real fur, nothing like that. You know, so not like you don't even have to. Well,
Yeah,
you can read the tag, but you don't
yeah,
even have to read it because for sure, 100%, I am gonna make sure everything in there is 100% vegan. Like nothing in my store will be real leather, real fur, real whatever, you know,
right,
like
right.
absolutely not. So
And,
so I'm
and
excited for that.
and that's what we want. We want to buy from like we want to get it from like an actual source, like because there's a lot of big corporations that promote plant-based and promote veganism or sell vegan product, but the company itself is doesn't live the lifestyle. But we want to promote, or we want to get from companies that actually live the life that we live, because it makes our job easier. It makes our life easier. Oh, like I say, I don't have to read the labels. I don't have to worry about is they how do they make this and what kind of practices are they doing. So knowing that you are the person behind the brand, it's like, oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah, there's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and you know, now that you say that, I didn't even, that just clicked in my head. Like there's so many beauty people that have vegan makeup, and I say vegan because they're not vegan, but they are,
Correct.
their products are vegan. But
Yeah.
you're right, like there was this big scandal, I don't want to say names or whatever, but
Right.
this one person sells vegan makeup. And a
Yeah.
lot of people were upset because they spent all this money on 100% fur coyote coat you
Right.
know, and they're
Right.
not vegan. And that's one thing a lot of people were upset about. And I didn't even think about that until just now, this moment. Like,
No, yeah.
you're right. Like, supporting a vegan owner, you know, like, I don't ever buy anything that's not vegan, you know, even my
Right.
animals are vegan.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like, you know, and I didn't even think about that. You just made me realize that.
No,
So,
that's definitely a point. And I'm going off topic, but I was just talking to a financial advisor, which had nothing to do with what we're talking about here. And he's a plant-based, his family is vegan. So I was telling him something very similar in the way that, hey, we want to, it's easier for us from a vegan standpoint to go to another vegan because we understand each other in the sense, at least from the vegan standpoint, right? So if I'm saying, hey, I'm going with a vegan to a restaurant, I don't really have to explain to that person, well, I'm going to a vegan restaurant. I don't have to explain to that restaurant what is it that I eat or I don't eat. Maybe a small changes is you don't eat oil or something in those lines, but the overall of the food itself, like, yeah, absolutely. The same way if I'm going to a vegan brand. And in the same sample I was using is, for example, is you train with a vegan coach versus a non-vegan coach. He's gonna have you eat chicken and all these other animal product, and you're like, no, I don't eat that. He or she's gonna tell you, well, you can't accomplish that goal. It's because he or she doesn't know how to. So, but
right.
when you go to a vegan coach, she'll be like, yeah, no worry, yeah, we can actually eat some tofu or whatever that case is.
Right, yeah. No.
So I use all that example to talk about your brand. It's like, okay, well, like you say, you don't have to even worry about reading label. Great, that's what we want. Like, I don't want to worry about that. I just want to see what I want, the pieces that I like, and buy it. And then I don't have to think
I
about.
didn't even, you know, that's amazing. This is why I love having the conversations, because I didn't even think about that. And you're
Yes,
right.
that's
Like,
the same point.
you're absolutely right. Like, like, if I was buying from someone that, let's say you had something, you know, like a shop, I would absolutely be like, wow, my money is going into a vegan
Right.
brand 100%. And I never
Right.
thought about it that way until now. So thank you for that. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm saying. Like, the money's great and stuff, but I just want a brand that, like, people can trust. And
Yes.
that, thinking about it that
Yes.
way too, like, they can trust even afterwards, their money's not going into a cheeseburger, you know, like,
Right.
we don't
Right.
eat none
Right.
of that, you know, like,
Exactly.
even food, everything, like, your money's also being invested in the vegan community. So
Correct.
I
And
do.
we
So
trust you, and we
so
trust you, and
smart.
we yes, and we trust you, and we want to support you. So
Thank you. Thank you.
so
And
this
also, in maybe by next year or 2 years from now, I do want to bring Denvy Men and do a whole men collection
I
too.
was going to
So
ask that question, but I wasn't sure if I was should say it or not. But I'm glad you brought that up. So what the guys are gonna be called?
no, I'm just gonna have it Denvy Men. So that's it. So the website will be like shopdenvymens.com or
.com.
something like that.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. And
So,
then we'll have you back into the show, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
so we
yeah.
can
Then I'll
talk
be back again. I'll be
back
back like
again.
10 times with everything. I'll be like, listen, I changed my business card. I'm back.
And then we'll talk about we're gonna divide the interview in first half. We're gonna talk about how the company is doing, the Denvy women is doing, or the Denvy
And
brand
then
is doing, and then we'll talk about
Denvy.
the Denvy men. Yeah, exactly. So that's how we're gonna break
Yeah,
it
I
down.
would love that. Yeah, so that's to come. That's in the next year, you know. So I'm excited. I just want this to grow and be amazing for everyone, you know. So so yeah,
All
so
right.
that's pretty much my Denvy journey.
Okay. So let's end it by telling the folks when's the launch, where can I find it, all your social media, just plug everything so we can have this massive amount of people rushing into your website.
Uh, so if you guys are interested, which I hope you are, you can find us at shopdenvy.com, and you can find us on Instagram, which is also Shop Denvy.
Yeah.
Our Facebook is just Denvy, but our TikTok is also Shop Denvy. So
Okay.
basically we're just Shop Denvy all over except for Facebook. And yeah, and just, you know, go put in your email address. As of right now, you don't have to wait for September 25th. You can put in your email and I will send you a reminder that morning that we're launching. So you don't have to set an alarm clock, but you should, just in case things sell out. Like you said, first come, first serve, you know.
Oh yeah, that can happen. Because I know, and a lot of people will see like, oh, I like that piece, or I like that top. I'll buy it later. And when you come back, it's like, oh, out of stock.
Yeah, it'll be gone. Yeah, no, exactly. Like that's why on TikTok and Instagram and stuff, I am doing a lot of sneak peeks. So people can see, you know, what they like beforehand. You know, that's the thing. We'll see a lot more of the pieces after, you know, after like maybe like the day before the launch. That's when you'll pretty much see everything, you know, on our social media. With every purchase, you do get this thank you card. I don't want to flip it around, but with every purchase behind, you do get a discount code so you could use for your next purchase. So
that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great.
But I can't show you. You got to shop first.
Okay, Steph. Now.
Thank you so much for having me. It's always a good time, good vibes. So I'm really happy to be a part of this. And thank you again for support from the first day. I just want to tell you guys really quick. The first day I told Roger, listen, I'm going to do it. You were like, what? When can I post? Tell me when I can post. Like, you are awesome. And thank you so much for the support. Like, I really appreciate it 100%. So.
It's nothing. I just like to see you smile, and not only that, but I like to see when other vegans start thriving in every aspect of it. Not only on the lifestyle, but also in their business side. I mean, this is what I love doing. So anytime, when anything I can support you, I'm here. So
no, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for believing in me and supporting me. I really appreciate it so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And everyone listening, watching, I hope you guys are going to subscribe. You know, join this amazing podcast full of great energy. So keep it up, and everything about this is just amazing.
Okay, thank you so much, and then we'll bring you back then later so we can talk about how the brand is doing, and then more future projects, because I guess every time you come in you have a future project, you have to bring it to the show.
Give it another 4 months, I'll be back. No. That's funny. No, but thank you for everything. I really appreciate it.
Gracias por escuchar Latino y Vegano, un show donde se habla todo lo relacionado sobre el veganismo entre la comunidad latina. No olviden suscribirse a este podcast, seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube y a visitarnos en latinoyvegano.com.